Hi, today we're doing our Blue Book Extra Practice 3.5B. Okay, let's see if we can get you all tuned up here and let's take a look. All right, we're starting with number 1. Looks like my writing is taking off flight. Anyway, I don't have much time, so let me stop playing around. Here we go. You have quarters and dimes in your pocket. There are 21 coins that total $2.85. Write and solve a system of linear equations to find the number x of quarters and the number y of dimes. Okay, so x is our quarters, y is our dimes. Okay, now according to this, there are a total of 21 coins. So our x coins plus our y coins equal 21. Okay. Then it says those dimes and those quarters add up to equal $2.85. So a quarter, which is our x, is 0.25x. We don't know how many quarters there are. Okay. And our dimes is 0.10 y equals $2.85. Those are our two systems of linear equations. Now, once we have established our two systems of linear equations, now we need to eliminate the x or the y. So what we're going to do is make this equal to x, so that x is equal to 21 minus y. Okay, in other words, move the y over here. Okay, so we have 21, x equals 21 minus y, and we're going to plug that x in right here to solve. Okay, so let's do that. Working over here, can you see this? I think you can. Let's see. All right, so we got 0.25, and so our x is going to be 21 minus y, okay? And then that's going to be plus our dimes. It's going to equal $2.85, okay? So now from there, we have the distributive property. And to expedite matters, I kind of did these pre-hand, so if I go a little fast, you'll understand why. 25 hundredths times 21 is going to give us $5.25 minus the minus 25y, a quarter y, plus 10y equals $2.85. Okay? Now, from there, we're going to combine the 25 cents and the 10 cents y. And so we'll have $5.25 minus 15 cents y equals $2.85. Okay? So now we need to move the $5.25 over here, leave us with a negative 1,500 y is equal to 2.4. Then we're going to divide both sides. In this case, it's going to be negative because when we moved it, it's going to be negative. We're going to divide both sides by negative 1,500, negative 1,500, and we will discover that y is equal to 16. Okay? Now, if y is equal to 16 in our original problem here, then x plus 16 equals 21. When we eliminate 16 from both sides, then x will be equal to 5. Okay? So then we have 5 quarters and 16 dimes. Okay? Let's move on to the next one. On the next one, number 2, it says the difference of two numbers is 45. All right? So the difference of two numbers. So that is x minus y equals 45. That's the difference of two numbers. The larger number, x, is equal to 30 less than twice the smaller number. So the larger number, x, is equal to 30 less than twice the smaller number y. So 2y minus 30, okay? And so write a system of linear equations. So we know what our x is. We don't know what our y is. So we're going to plug our x in for our x to solve for our y. Okay, so let's take a look. That looks a little like this. It's going to be 2y minus 30 plus y equals 45. Okay? So we're going to combine our y's. We have 3y minus 30 equals 45. We're going to get rid of our 30 by adding it to both sides. So 3y is equal to 75. And then we're going to divide both sides by 3. And y is going to be equal to 25. Okay? Okay? And so when we take a look at it, something's not right. Hold on. 2y plus 30y, 3y minus 30 equals 45. Got that. Move our 30 over, add it, that's 75. Okay, got that. Divide both sides by I didn't write this correctly. That should be minus a y. That's the error that I made. So we're going to redo this problem, okay? Start again. 2y minus 30, okay, is what we plugged in for x. Our original equation, x minus y equals 45, okay? So then that's x minus the y equals 45. That's a mistake I made not looking at my original equation. So now, here we have 2y minus y is going to be y minus 30 equals 45, so that y is equal to 75, okay? So now that we know that y is equal to 75, and then we know then that x minus 75 equals 45. So let's see what that is, okay? So we're going to say x minus 45 equals, x minus 75 equals 45. And when we move the 75 over, x is equal to 120, okay? All right, moving forward. Now, from there, let's look at number 3. On number 3, we have boys and girls, 7th grade. The 7th grade girls consist, 7th graders consist of 105 students. The number x girls, so x for girls, plus y is going to equal 105. Okay, so the number x for girls is equal to 3/4 the number y. So then the girls are x is equal to 3/4 the boys, which is y. Okay. Write a system of linear equation to find how many girls and how many boys. Okay, so in a problem like this, what we have here, x is equal to 3/4 y. So then we plug in x. Our original problem is x plus 1 equals 105. Plug in x, so that's 3/4 y plus y equals 105. Now, because this is a fraction, this is a whole number, understood to be a 1 there, we're going to create that 4/4 so we can add the 2 together. So that gives us 7/4 y equals 105. Then we're going to flip it, okay, and we're going to move the 3/4 over here to be 4/7, okay, and so that y, right, in this case is going to be equal to 60, okay. All right, so then y represents the boys, okay? So if this is 60, x plus 60 equals 105. So let's move the 60 over, and so therefore x is going to be equal to 45, okay? So the girls equals 45, and the boys equals 60. All right, let's move on to number 4. All right. Time's getting away, so I'm going to jump to number 5 just in case. Number 5 says a system of 2 linear equations have no solution. Describe the graph of the system. Well, remember, when we have a graph, when 2 lines meet, that's the solution. Well, if they never meet, then they have no solution. And so in this case, on number 5, the reason why they would have no solution is that they don't meet, or it can be that they are a line that stays on the y line, all right, that is like y equals -1, okay, so that the x is 0 and it only crosses at the intersect, okay. So that's how that works on number 5, okay? So now I'm going to go back to number 4. I got 5 minutes to cover 5 questions, all right? So let's take a look. I'm going to be taking some shortcuts, okay? The table shows the distance in miles from a warehouse of 2 trucks after X hours. They are both headed to the same destination. Write a system of linear equation to represent the situation. Now remember, when we do a system of linear equation, it is mx plus b, okay? So then with that in mind, we're going to take a look. Now what we would normally do in a case like this is that we have an X, this is a Y for truck A, we have an X, this is the Y for truck B, okay? So then what we would end up doing is we would plot the points. Well, since this in increments of 1, okay, we can determine what the slope is going to be by the change in Y, because the change in X is only by 1. So whatever this change is, it's going to be over 1. So let's take a look at it. So then the change between 110 and 165 is 55, and it continues to be 55, 55, 55. So for truck A, what we're looking at here, for truck A is the slope is 55 over 1, which is X. Now we have to find out what B is. Well, we know what it is when it's at 110, okay? But we need to know what it is when it's at 1. And if the increments is 5, let's take a look. That means then that 110 is going to cross the x-axis. So here it is. Can you see that? No, you don't see that. All right. Whew, time's short. All right, here we are at 2. Let's make this 110 at 2 here. And the slope is 55. So then if that be the case, then 110 minus 55, we're going to have 5 here. This is going to give us a 10 here. It's going to be 55. So it's going to drop to a 55. Drop 55, run 1. It's going to be at the 1. And then when it drops 55 again, it's going to be at 0. Okay? And then it's going to run 1. So in this case, we have our contact is going to be at the 0 mark, okay? Because here's at 1. When it drops 55 again, it's going to be here, and go 1, it'll be at 0. So this one has no y-intercept because it's at 0. So for A is equal to, well, I mean, the truck A, y is equal to 55x. Okay, hurry up, Ms. Jones. All right, so let's look at number truck B. The difference in truck B is 70. Each time is 70. So for truck B, it is 70 over 1. So that is 70. So truck B is y is equal to 70x. All right, so now we need to find its slope. When it's at 2, it's at 20. So we're going to make this 20. But remember, it drops by 70. So 20 minus 70 give us a negative 50 when it's at 1. Okay? Do you understand? So it's at 2. So it's going to drop. All right? When it's at 1, it's going to be at negative 50. So our negative 50 mark here on the 1 line. All right? So we still got to make contact. So we go down 70 more. When we go down 70 more, negative 50 plus a negative 70, we get 120. When we go down again, and we come in contact with the I lost my train of thought. The bottom line is negative 120. Okay, I lost my train of thought. So when we came in contact with the y line, we crossed at negative 20, okay? You got it? Okay, so now, because at this point, x is 0, so y is negative 20. Before, when x was 2, it was 20. Then it went negative 50 when x was 1. Then when the x is 0, it's at negative 20. That's it. Moving quicker. All right, after many hours, will the trucks meet? The answer is yes, they meet after 8 hours. Okay, I just have to give you that answer. And then on number D, how did the trucks leave? Well, truck A was further along the road than B. when they started out. So truck A is started first, but truck B is moving faster because its change is 70. So it's moving faster down the road. Okay, we can talk about it some more tomorrow, but that's basically how that goes. Bye.